I reported on this last night, but just in case anyone is unaware, and if you are unaware, you better make yourself aware before it's too late. But a congressman from New Jersey came out and straight up said that he has sources stating that there is an Iranian mothership floating off the coast of the U.S. He claims that this mothership is responsible for launching these drones that are flying over portions of America as we speak. Now, this is a very, very bold claim. You see, we've had congressional hearings about these drones now. We've had Department of Homeland Security briefings. This story is getting very serious very, very fast. It's like when this story first started breaking, when I and other people first started talking about this story, people were unsure if it was a conspiracy theory. People thought, oh, this is just a couple of weird little clips that are floating online of mysterious objects in the sky. No, this story has blown up. But one thing that we're hearing from all of these politicians who are attending these hearings and briefings and meetings, they always come out afterwards extremely frustrated and upset. You know, like even visibly frustrated and upset. Some people have walked out of these meetings because of the lack of information that is provided. Well, this congressman from New Jersey was like, hey, screw all that. And he went on Fox News, and I don't think the news anchor was prepared for what he was about to say, but he came out and was like, look, I'll tell you what it is. No one else is going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the Iranian mothership floating off the coast. And I'm just sitting here like, holy freaking moly. Is this really true? I don't necessarily believe it yet. And I laid out my thoughts about that in, the video that I posted last night. But I'll go through more of those thoughts in the future. For now, though, we have another situation or another update because the Pentagon has been questioned about this. And now the Pentagon is denying this. So we have this congressman who is like, oh, there's an Iranian freaking mothership right off the coast and launching these drones. But now the Pentagon is denying that this is true. They say they have no information about this. So is there a possibility that this congressman has more info than the Pentagon? Is the Pentagon lying and the congressman telling the truth? Or is the congressman lying and the Pentagon telling the truth? I don't know anymore. But let's go ahead and roll this clip. Let's listen to the Pentagon's response about the Iranian mothership. And then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Jen.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure a lot of you already get it. I'm sure a lot of you all understand. But just in case someone doesn't, if it's true and they really don't know what these things are or where they're coming from, I mean, we are wrapped up in an extremely chaotic situation. And I say that because, I mean, look at our response. You know, we have some members of our government saying one thing, other members of our government saying the other thing. No one is on the same page. I mean, it's all out chaos. It's all out utter chaos and confusion. And it might not seem that way to you personally because you're not directly attached to what's going on, but when you got members of Congress saying one thing and then the Pentagon saying another, but everyone's basic claim is that we don't know what's going on. If this is true, then this is pathetic. This is scary. This is the response to possibly an enemy military flying their aircraft over our airspace, over our cities. And your response is, we don't know what's going on. Let's all point the finger. I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to say the other. This is pathetic. This is scary. This is all out chaos and confusion. This is just failure all around the board. At the very least, you would hope that people can try to get on the same page here. We shouldn't be hearing one thing from this congressman and a different thing from the Pentagon. So if this is real, and the Pentagon really doesn't know what's going on, then this just shows you the utter state of confusion that our government is in right now. And it shows you that we're not capable of responding to threats in the way that we thought we were capable of doing so. I think maybe there's a possibility that America has gotten so used to being on the offensive that they forgot how to be on the defensive. You know what I mean? We're so used to going and poking our nose into all of these military conflicts around the world, but we're not accustomed to having to really defend ourselves and our own homeland. So, I mean, maybe we're just seeing that, hey, there's some missing links in this armor. You know what I mean? Maybe we're seeing that we have a lot more vulnerabilities than what we thought we did. I don't know. It's hard to really judge. It's hard to figure out, what's going on. I don't even know what to think, at this point, because I've told you all from day one, I think an enemy military is involved. But when they start talking about Iran, I don't necessarily buy that Iran would be the one doing this. And I don't want them to use this as some sort of weak excuse for war with Iran. But if they were using this as an excuse for war with Iran, then the Pentagon would have agreed. The Pentagon would have been like, yeah, it is an Iranian mothership. So the fact that no one's on the same page here, it's very, very concerning. It's probably the most concerning that this could be because, even if we had all members of government on the same page saying, hey, we don't know what's going on, that would be better than some members of government saying this and other members of government saying that. Because if you want something to be done here, then we're going to need these people on both sides of the aisle to kind of get on the same page, for the safety of us all. But I don't think we can count on that. I don't know. I honestly just don't know anymore. But we got a lot more to talk about when it comes to this story because the situation is getting worse and these things are spreading out to other areas now. But for now, let me know your thoughts down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.